There we go, folks. Another Premier League season done and dusted. The cheers you can hear. We've just had the lap of appreciation, and now the kids of some of the players are playing out on the pitch. I think Mini Cazorla and Mini Arteta, by all accounts, are actually pretty decent. So, ones to watch for the future, maybe. Arsenal beat West Brom 4-1 today. Exactly what we needed, really. Back on the sort of goal trail. Theo Walcott, a first half hat-trick, and a brilliant goal from Jack Wilshere too. I mean, there were some excellent goals scored today. There's going to be a lot to talk about Walcott. He's obviously given Arsene Wenger plenty to think about, both in terms of the FA Cup final, but also the contractual situation. It's funny because I think we've talked a lot this season about how it's difficult to see a place for him in the team as a winger when you've got guys like Alexis or Oxlade-Chamberlain who provide so much cover for a fullback and work so hard. Walcott can't really match that, but as a centre forward, the parameters are different, and maybe that's where we can afford to deploy him. That's where maybe we can get away with some of the deficiencies in his game, but he can still be a significant threat. And he showed that today. His first goal, a superb finish. Really, that classic Walcott thing. He didn't really think about it; just put his foot through it. I think he's always confident. I think sometimes his confidence is a greater asset to him than his technical skill. And I think we saw that in that first strike. Second goal, very good too. Quick feet, nice neat finish, and then a tap-in for the third. As I say, Jack Wilshere with a fantastic volley from the edge of the box for the other goal. Wilshere himself, another guy playing in a slightly unfamiliar position on the right-hand side of the attack. I have to say, it's really growing on me. I think when you play him deep, there are problems because he's someone who likes to take risks, he likes to dribble with the ball, he likes to hold on to it. And when you close him down in his own half, that can lead to the concession of possession. He takes too many risks at times. Put him in the final third, obviously that risk is alleviated and he can do real damage. And when he broke into the team as a 16-year-old, that's where he was playing a lot of the time, in and around the penalty area. His combination play with Mesut Ozil today was fantastic. I think they both enjoyed having a striker with great speed than Giroud, who could run in behind. They thrived on that, and Arsenal were fantastic to watch. I mean, West Brom weren't up to much, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and Arsenal went about it in a really good way today. David Ospina didn't have a great game. We disappointed with the goal, came out to claim a corner and just didn't. And there was an instant later on, I think it was Craig Gardner had a shot from range and he sort of pushed it up onto the bar, but very, very unconvincing. So I think Wojciech Szczesny's chances of starting the final may have been improved by what happened today. I don't know. Either way, I'm not convinced Ospina is the guy to be number one at Arsenal next season. I think if you want to win the league, you need a top-class goalkeeper, and I'm not sure that he is the guy. Second half was a bit weird. West Brom made a lot of changes and they played like a team who'd been very clearly instructed not to lose that half, and they didn't. They got the goal and they were much more comfortable. Arsenal came close several times. Aaron Ramsey came off the bench, was obviously determined to score. Alexis, I think, would have liked a goal but didn't come. Some good saves from Boaz Myhill. What else to say? Liverpool, hilarious, lost 6-1 today at Stoke. I don't like to see Stoke win, but it's just a remarkable scoreline. And Aston Villa warmed up for the final with a defeat at home to Burnley. So you'd have to say we're going into, when you take into account their heavy loss at Southampton last week, you have to say we're going into the final with the greater momentum of the two teams, which is positive, I suppose. I don't know what's going on out here, guys. Oh, Gunnosaurus is in goal. And a baby is taking shots at him. It's the last day, everything's got a bit weird. But another Premier League season done and dusted. Really weird one, terrible start. Subsequently, never really felt like we were in contention, even when we put together that amazing run, 8 consecutive wins. What was it for? To get back into the top 4? Well, we know that doesn't excite us too much anymore. But a cup final next week, and to retain the FA Cup would be a tremendous boost, and I think change the season from one of, I don't know, I think it would lift it from a B- to a B+, and that would make quite the difference. Right, going to get out of here for the final time. We'll be back in August. Speak to you next week from Wembley.